Okay, fellas, it's time. We are at the almost the end of our journey. It's pretty much going to be the last episode of Road to Max on this Ramble series. It's been a little while since we've done an actual episode, but we're nearly there. As you can see, the account currently has base 98 on every stat. Does that make sense? Base 98 stats. Don't know why I tried to make it fancy. Base 98 stats. We just got 98 mining, and earlier today I got 98 smithing. So those were my last two 97s, and now it's time for the last 7 skills, 7 levels. We're at 270 total, and I'm very excited now. This is like the end is actually properly in sight. So let's do a quick chat through what's banked. So the two bankable skills are prayer and smithing. I guess rune crafting in a way. So rune crafting, up top here we have 14,000 Dale Essence, which is way more than enough to get 99. I may end up doing some Bloods AFK. That's how I've done most of my last level, 98 to 99. We have 235k left to do, so either way it's not going to take very long. Prayer, I keep it in my teleport tab because I do my prayer method where I just get the runes and then I grab the bones. But anyway, we've got way more than what we need for prayer banked. I'm just going to quickly check my plugin, my banked experience plugin, and let's just see what we actually have banked. We have a level 100 banked, so we're going to easily get 99 here, probably from our dragon bones. So yes, we've got 1.1 mil experience banked in those 2.2k dragon bones. Oh no, we won't actually. So there's 1.2 mil left to go. So like the Hydras or Dagonoths are going to be the ones that tip us over the edge. I'll probably end up using these higher level ones first, but you know what I mean. We've got 99 banked. There's loads of bones here from Hydra because I did a PVM bingo month. Excuse me. PVM bingo month and did loads of Hydra. Didn't get the claw for the bingo, but I did get my leather. So I actually do have ferocious gloves on the account now. And another bit of bingo news is you'll notice here I have an armadillo chest plate. So I got two of the items that I was extremely dry on. I went to 1010 Kriara kills to get this. I think I actually got it on 1009 and then I rounded it off at 1010. And then my ferocious gloves were pretty close to where I currently am. So let's see. KC Hydra. 2,686. I think I ended up getting about 2,650. And then I finished my task to try and get the claw for the bingo, but we didn't get the claw. But hey, 5 times lever drop rate. We finally did it. So I'm really happy with that. Let's have a quick look at the alchemical Hydra. We still don't have the green text because we do not have the jar. That's a shame. That's a shame. I may end up doing more Hydra in the future just because I don't hate it that much. It's good money, and I imagine money is always good, especially if one day I get a scythe. That money equals blood runes. But we did get the leather, finally. Only one on the log. But we got there. We got there in the end. So very happy with that. That was my PVM bingo kind of updates for the account. Everything else from bingo, not really too much to talk about. But we did win the bingo. It came very close towards the end and I won it, secured the win with my duplicate Sang staff on the last 90 minutes. Excuse me again, sorry. Last 90 minutes. I'd been doing TOB for a long time, and then the last day I went extremely hard at TOB because I was so dry. I'd done about 65 raids or so in the bingo without getting a single drop. And finally, in the last hour and a half, we managed to pull out a Sang staff, which secured our win. Unfortunate that it wasn't something like a rapier, which is the same drop rate. I mean, all of these are the same drop rate except for the hilt and the scythe. Would have been cool to get a rapier. I missed a rapier on my MVP when the rest of my team died, and I clutched the Verzic kill from like 20% health myself, and then someone else sniped the drop. So that was painful, but hey, we got the staff for the bingo, so that was cool. That's most of the things bingo-wise worth talking about. And I think that's all for our banked skills, isn't it? I mean, we can look at smithing, but there's not much to see. I have 169 gold ore here, so I do need to buy about nearly 22k more gold ore, which should take just under 3 hours to buy. Actually, I'm running away from the bank, but I do want to have one more quick look at the bank because there were some mithril bars to make use of and some rune ore that I want to convert into bars as well. So let's have a quick look here. That's actually quite a lot of rune ore. We got 646 rune ore that I'm going to convert into bars. And we've got some of these various Addy and mithril bars, which will amount to some experience. Overall, really not too much experience in the grand scheme of things, but I'm going to use these as well, and then I'll buy the remaining ore. I probably should have been making some rune ore alongside my gold ore, but to be honest, I hate that, so I didn't. Anyway, so that's the bankable skills we've discussed. Like the prayer one is going to be done in a few hours. The smithing, once we have the ore, again, should be about 3 to 4 hours. It'll be definitely closer to 4 because I get about 350k XP an hour when I'm just playing at a decent amount of focus doing gold ore. And then the remaining are not bankable. So let's talk about Hunter. We got 900k Hunter. I'm going to try and be a bit more diligent with my... I'll turn my sounds off. Be a bit more diligent with my bird runs. I've been neglecting that a little bit, but if I smash out some bird runs as often as possible, I will probably get a good chunk of XP off that, and then I'll finish it off at Herbivore. I actually have no obligation to do chins anymore, which I did feel guilty not doing chins because I still had Kriara to finish, but now I've finished Kriara, so I can just do Herbivore, do very AFK method for decent XP per hour. It's the kind of stuff you can just do while you're on the sofa, on an iPad or on a laptop. It's really chilled. So I have no worries about getting the Hunter level. And then we've got agility. So I guess agility and mining are my two longest ones left. The rune crafting would be fairly long, but I did a lot of that AFK during the bingo. Let's say I was playing on my alt, I would be doing bloods on my main because I'm not allowed to do 2 bingo activities at once. So like when I was doing Callisto and stuff with the boys, I'd be doing rune crafting, and I got that one pretty much knocked out. So I've kind of avoided most of the long rune crafting grind. But yeah, agility is going to take a while. It's probably the longest one that remains, unless I was to camp Sepultura for the remainder of it. I'm going to obviously just carry on doing a hybrid of RD, which I'm currently doing. I can do RD when I'm really chilling and watching a movie on my laptop or something, but when I want to play actively, I go to the Sepultura and I do a good amount there. And at Sepultura, you get about 90k XP per hour, and then over here you get about just over 50k XP per hour. So 50k here for very AFK. You don't need to even pay attention. It's not too bad XP an hour. Hopefully, just watching some movies, I'll get a good chunk of the agility done, and then just power through it at Sepultura when I fancy it. Still only 1 ring at Sepultura, which is a bit of a shame, because I was expecting to get, I think you expected to get 3 at least, based on the drop rate. But to be honest, I haven't actually done that much Sepultura. My Sepultura kill count is like 220, so the drop rate is 1 in 200. So because I've done so much RD, that's why I haven't seen another ring. But maybe we'll get lucky in the last level. You never know. And then finally, I guess, we can talk about fletching. Fletching's done, 28k left to go, and I have the arrows in the bank to finish that. So I've been actually deprived of making amethyst arrows this whole time, and I've just luckily not run out, but it has been a slight stress on the account because amethyst arrows are the ones I use the most, because dragon arrows are finite and you shouldn't really use them anywhere, except for like CM raids and Inferno, which I still haven't done. I did some Inferno runs recently, but no, they were good. They were good runs. I got to 64 twice in a row one night. For some reason, I struggled on 64. So 64 is a major, a ranger, and 2 melees. And I just couldn't get that one right, but it's not supposed to be the hardest wave. 63 is supposed to be the hardest of the waves, and then obviously Triple Jads is probably the hardest wave in the whole thing, and then Zuck is kind of like, it's not that bad, but you're obviously stressed out and you've got limited supplies. Anyway, we'll do Inferno after max, I promise. We'll be on that. You'll get some progress videos. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't been able to make any arrows, but my amethysts are still, I've got like 7k or so, so I'm going to be all right. Once I max, I can restore that stack. And then finally mining, I guess. Mining is the last skill. I'm going to try not to leave that to the very last. I want to try and get the agility and mining out the way, because they'll take the longest. So the way I kind of have approached this max grind is get the bad ones done. Because there's been so many times where I've seen players go for max, but then they have agility and mining left, and they just, it's hard if you have really slow skills left. So I'm getting them done. I don't actually find mining that slow anymore because I can do VM, and VM is really chilled. I find it more chilled than Motherlode Mine, because Motherlode Mine you have to click at least every 15 seconds, and then you've got to go and do the depositing the ore and stuff. I don't find Motherlode Mine very AFK. But at VM, if you've got a good team that knows what they're doing, there are quite long stints, long periods of time where you can just AFK for like a minute and a half, which compared to 15 seconds, I find pretty chilled. So yeah, mining I'll get done pretty easily, I reckon. I've done 97 to 98 in a couple of days, not really camping it that hard. One day I did camp it pretty hard and got like half the level in one day. So I reckon 2 days of work, I'll get the 99 there when I really fancy some long mining sessions. I'll get mining done, and then I'll have to do as much agility as I can around that. I'll probably do I don't know which one I'm going to do first, but I'll do those two skills first. I'll get them really close to 99, and then I'll go and buy my ores, and I'll do the prayer level, and just top it all off. There's not really much more to talk about apart from the fact that I'm really excited. I'm going to get all of them at the same time. Going to maybe think of a really cool way to bury, like kill a thing, bury its bones, I don't know, runecraft its leather. You can't do that, but you know what I mean. Make a little chain of events that lead to me maxing. I think that'd be really cool. And then hopefully host a big party with the clan and do a little drop party. So if you are watching this and you're from Destined Few, shout out to the clan. And if anyone's wanting to join a clan, please let me know in the comments and I can hook you up. Destined Few, very chill CC. And yeah, that's it. Next episode or next video will most likely be me maxing, and really bloody looking forward to it. I reckon I can get the remainder of these skills done in maybe just over a week or maybe towards 2 weeks. It depends how much is happening with real life stuff and real life commitments and stuff like that. Obviously work is slowly coming back to normal as we leave lockdown, and I'm actually buying a house, so things could get a bit busy, but I plan on trying to get this max grind done before life gets a bit too crazy again. Probably in May things are going to start to look a bit more normal, so hopefully won't be too long until we're max. I hope by the end of April I can be wearing my max cape and be slaving away in the Inferno for the rest of time until I get that Inferno cape. And that's going to be a fun and soul-destroying grind. So anyway, thanks for watching this ramble. Not too long of a ramble this time because, to be honest, it's just a stat update. But I really do appreciate you guys who tune into them, and I look forward to bringing you some maxing content soon. Thanks, folks, and I'll see you in the next one.